If you have your lab results with you, you can bring it out so we can look at it together. This is not a full lab review. It is just to point your attention to the things that you need to discuss with your primary care doctor once you review your labs. One of the first things I look at is the kidney function, which is the glomerular filtration rate, that's the GFR, and the creatinine. This tells me how your body is filtering and clearing things, which affects how I interpret almost everything else on the panel, including how I dose your medications. I also look at the liver function. This tells me how your body is processing and metabolizing, which matters for the type of medications that you're taking, alcohol use, and metabolic conditions like fatty liver. I also look at your blood sugar markers like the glucose and the hemoglobin A1C if that's included in your panel. I covered this in detail in a previous video. I look at the trend, not just the single number. I also look at the cholesterol. I don't just look at the total cholesterol, I look at the ratio between your HDL and your LDL and triglycerides. Since the relationship between these numbers tells me more than just one value alone. I also look at your complete blood count, which is also known as the CBC. It tells me about your red and white blood cell, and it can also flag things like infection, anemia, inflammation that wouldn't show up anywhere else on the panel. I also compare everything against your previous results. So if you had blood work done last year, it's good to compare so you can know where the numbers are trending. A number that moved significantly, even within the normal range, whether up or down, is often more meaningful to me than a number that is stable but slightly outside of the range. This is why one lab report rarely tells the full story on its own. Trends over multiple visits are what actually shape most of my decisions. Subscribe more for more information, and if you need to book a consultation, you can click the link below. See you on the next video.